Do you do things or do you say phrases like this? I'll do it later. I'll do it tomorrow. Or I can't start this project today. Self-sabotaging is not laziness. You're thinking that I can't do it now, or you procrastinate, or you just get too busy helping other people so you can avoid doing what it is that you need to do. I also have another sign in my house that said that some day is not a day of the week. Welcome to Talking with LaToya. Come on in, sit down, and let's talk. Okay, I have a question. Is self-sabotage your enemy? And so what I mean by self-sabotaging your enemy is, do you do things or do you say phrases like this? I'll do it later. I'll do it tomorrow. Or I can't start this project today because I don't have A, B, C, D, or I'm not skilled enough, or not confident enough, or you just come up with excuses. If that's you, or you said a big fat yes to all of them or some of them, then self-sabotaging is your enemy. Okay, so there's a definition for self-sabotaging. It says that repeating the same behaviors or thought patterns or even cycles in our life that set us back or hinder us from achieving our goals or even your dreams in life. Self-sabotaging is not laziness. It's just really putting things off because in your mindset, you're thinking that I can't do it now, or you procrastinate, or you just get too busy helping other people so you can avoid doing what it is that you need to do. And I'm not saying it negatively, which it can be positive because sometimes you may need to put things off because there are time frames and there are things that need to be done in perspective. But when you constantly do this in your life, and when we see that our dreams are not being achieved, or we just so busy and not being productive, then we're self-sabotaging ourselves. And I can speak from experience. I can tell you so many stories and so many times when I've put things off, especially because I want to be professional or I just want everything perfection. But the most important thing is just get out there, do it. And as time go on, it'll get better. And at least you're working towards achieving your dreams and your goals. Procrastination can and is an enemy. It can kill you, it can destroy you, because what it does is defers your dreams. You set your goals back. You may not, maybe you will reach your goal one day, but if you procrastinate, you will continuously put things off that needs to be addressed or that needs to be done. And what happens, you may run out of time. You may not do the best or give, because we strive for greatness, or give the best that you have towards achieving that goal or manifesting whatever there is that you're supposed to manifest. Okay, and another one is fear of failing. I know a lot of us, nobody wants to fail, of course. But guess what? Also, too, when you fail, you learn things. Sometimes we make mistakes, we fail, so we try it again. But when you let fear stop you and you have a fear of failure, you may not, or you're not going to attempt to reach your goals. You're not even going to start to take the steps because the fear will hinder you and it will stop you. It will stop you from achieving your goals. And that's what a part of self-sabotaging, when nobody else may have anything to do with it, but it's just a thought of your mind or even your mindset or your thinking that you cannot achieve a certain thing, or you can't achieve your goals, or even if it's a dream or a job, whatever it is, you have the fear that maybe you're not good enough or you don't have the tools or the skills, but you do. Okay, so why do we procrastinate? Sometimes self-sabotage and procrastination, when I say procrastination, is one of the signs of self-sabotaging. So why do we self-sabotage? Is because it may come from childhood trauma. It may come from low self-esteem or low worth. But most of the time, it may come from some experiences that we had that may not have been favorable in our lives. And we took that experience and we remember the pain, or sometimes how it felt, the discomfort. So just think, if self-sabotaging, if it affects your daily life, if you do it daily, maybe some of the things that I named, if you procrastinate, if you overcommit, if you are fearful and will not attempt to do things, and if you set unrealistic goals. Setting unrealistic goals is also a sign, because if you set unrealistic goals, it's no way you're going to achieve it. And when I say unrealistic goals, sometimes we take on things and we know that we may need help or need a community, and we attempt to go out and do it ourselves, and then you burn out, and then you're tired. And what happens is also leave a bad taste in your mouth, and you will not attempt to do whatever it was that you achieved to set out to achieve. You won't reach the point. You won't get there. You won't reach the end point. You won't reach the goal, and you'll just remember the bad taste in your mouth, as I would say, like tasting something bad, something bitter, and you remember it. And so you will not go down that lane again or attempt, even though you may be purpose for that. You may have a gift, but self-sabotaging will stop you. It will either stop you for achieving and operating in your gift. Okay, so what can we do? How can we, what can we do with self-sabotaging? I'm going to share some of the things that I do because I was a procrastinator. Well, I'm going to say I'm a procrastinator in rehab. I have signs throughout my house. So I use affirmations. Definitely, I stand on the word. I look in the Bible, I read my word, I stand on my affirmations. And I have signs around my house. Like one of the signs on my bedroom door is being lazy is being rude to the people who believe in you. I also have another sign in my house that said that someday is not a day of the week. And what it is, it's just a, daily reminder like, okay, LaToya, do it today, do it now. Why wait till tomorrow? And like tomorrow's not promised to you, but if I can do it now, I can get out the way today, and then tomorrow I can do something else great. So think about that. You can do something else great tomorrow. Why put it off? Do it today, because tomorrow is a great day to do some more great things. And over committing. Oh, look at your calendar. Please look at your calendar. And another one of the things I do, if I commit to something, it really has to be in line with my goals and what I'm trying to achieve. Now, I'm not telling you not to help people and not to go out there and be purpose driven or not to do community service or whatever it is that your heart desire, but do not overextend yourself when you're so far away from your goal and your purpose that you don't even have time to invest in yourself. And what it does, it makes you busy. Busy and not being productive is a self-sabotaging, one of their tools. I'm gonna say one of their warfare tools that it self-sabotaging use to help you stay in a cycle of continuous cycle of just going around the circle and not achieving your goals. And another thing, when I think about busy, is called burden under Satan's yoke. A lot of times we do great deeds, good deeds, but what have we accomplished? Definitely look and see. You could be busy. There are only 24 hours in one day. So look and make sure that you set out time to achieve your goals. You can still help other people, but if you helping them, cutting the time of you achieving your goals, or you haven't achieved anything or work towards where you want to be for that week, then you may have to say, I'm sorry, I cannot help you, or cut back on what it is that you extend yourself to do. So think about that, because you don't want to be tired, you don't want to be overburdened, and then you don't want to keep putting your goals back on the back burner and delaying yourself. And the fear, just remember that you are able to do what you are manifested, assigned, and purposed to do. So if you have the skills, you have the talent, you have the education, you can do it, because there are people out there that help you as well. So just start. If you believe in something, if you have a thought, you have a goal, because you thought of that dream, you dreamed it, it came into your mind. So you're capable. If you thought it, you can do it. One of the stories that resonate with me is I think about Mercedes-Benz. The Mercedes-Benz story started out as a bicycle. He started out first, automotive, train. He studied trains, steam engine. Then he went to the bicycle. Mercedes-Benz is a vehicle today. But he started out with one thing. People came in to help. And look, Mercedes-Benz is still here today. You're talking about over how many years, how many decades? So if he can do it, you can do it. So just remember that self-sabotaging does not have to be your enemy, does not have to stop you in your life. You don't have to continue to go around the circle of being delayed. You can do it, but just be mindful. If you see some of these common signs, just be like, okay, I procrastinated today, but tomorrow I won't. Oh, okay, so what did I achieve today? Okay, maybe I overextended myself, but next week I'll do better. So I promise you, if you take some of these steps and decide to follow them, do a checklist, check yourself off, and you'll live a better life. Ooh, and I'm gonna say this too. In self-sabotaging, a lot of times we think that it's only professional, but sometimes it's in the dating life. Yes, it is. And I know I can speak because I've taken myself off the dating pool because I was like, why would I be disappointed? But you have to catch yourself and be like, okay, everybody is not the same. Because your past doesn't mean that you're going to encounter the same type of people or the same thing. And think about this, you have grown. So whatever happened in your past, if you was in your 20s and now you're in your 30s and your 40s, hopefully you're grown and you grew and you have other tools, other skills, and you learned. We all make mistakes. It's a learning. Life is about learning. Learn from your mistakes, learn from your failures so that we can do better and achieve our goals. So also fear. Fear is a big, big, big reason. Fear of not being worth it. Low self-worth. We fear that we are not enough. You are enough. You can do it. Whatever your dreams are, you can achieve them. We can achieve our dreams. We're worthy of our dreams. Yes, we are. We're valuable. We are worthy of living the best life possible. You are worthy of living your best life possible. So we can do this. We can do this. And also control. Control. I say that jokingly because my last name is Jackson, but sometimes we like being in control. And I used to notice that, like, oh my gosh, I used to want to be in control all the time until I had a child. I had a child and I realized I cannot be in control of everything. And another thing, we're not in control of our lives, believe it or not. Our creator, we was created. We was predestined for the womb. And when you think about this, we want to be in control. We want to be predicted. You know, you just want to be able to predict everything, but we can't. We cannot predict. It's one thing to plan, but even though you may set a plan, you may have steps A, B, C, D, and they may not go. But the main thing is, as long as you achieve your goal and your dream. And when I talk again about control, if you think about this, did you choose the day that you was born? The date, the year, and the time? Did you have anything to do with that? Did you have anything to do with the day, the time, the date that your mom gave birth to you, that you entered into this world? You had nothing to do with that. So therefore, in our lives, it's good to make goals. It's good to make, plans, but just go with it. Just go with it. And don't let being in control self-sabotage you for achieving your dreams or whatever goals you have. Because a lot of people and a lot of us, it's meant for us to go higher, 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 live the best life possible, expand our territory. And we cannot expand our territory if we just want to be in control, because your territory, especially when you expand it, it has other people in it. It's going to include other people. It may include things that you never thought of, things that your mind never even crossed your mind. And it may even require you to use tools and skills that you didn't even know that you had. Okay? So not gonna let control stop us. And trauma and being protective. Sometimes trauma hold us back. We'll try to hold us back, but we got to heal from that. Remember, our trauma is only to make us stronger. And if you overcame that trauma, you here. So evidently you won. You beat it. You're not dead. You're alive. And as long as you're alive, as long as you are breathing, you have breath in your body, you above and not beneath, oh, you done won. So do not let self-sabotaging stop you from achieving your goals, your dreams, or whatever it is in life that you're here to do. Whatever you want to do, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. So tell yourself that. Believe it, because it's true. When the signs of self-sabotaging shows up, like procrastination, when we know we're procrastinating, we have to be real with ourselves. We have to be honest with ourselves and say, oh, I procrastinate on that task, or I'm putting this off, I'm avoiding this. Find out why you're avoiding this. Whatever the task is, just go ahead and say, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. If it's something for, especially in a professional setting, most of the time, we're gonna go ahead and do what we need to do, because if you don't complete whatever it is or a project at a certain time, either you're gonna be embarrassed, you're gonna be shamed, or you might not have a job or a project. So a lot of times we let that push us, but instead of, if you procrastinate, just go ahead and just take it by the reins. Just go ahead, full throttle into it and complete it because you have the tools, you have the goals, because otherwise the project wouldn't come for you. And when I say that we pay attention to it, I remember, I got a story. I was taking a healthcare law class, and I loved healthcare law, matter of fact. And I was just like, oh, this a breeze. Oh, no, this. Oh, okay. But I had a case, and I was like, oh, it's a breeze. We was given the case like I think we had 2 weeks to complete it. And I was like, oh, it's a breeze. It's no problem. So I waited 2 days before. I started, took my notes and everything. I waited 2 days before to attempt to complete it because, oh, it's so easy, breezy, oh, whatever. I just put it off. And my computer crashed. And matter of fact, I was graduating. I was graduating. So it was no way possible that I could not complete that case because I would have been fear, shameful, and I would not have graduated. My GPA would have failed. Nobody would have tucked me on. And it was really embarrassing. But what I learned from procrastinating is do not wait. Anything can happen. And needless to say, that paper and that case was turned in 7 minutes before the due time. And when I say I cried, but it had to happen for me to get over procrastination because I had to stay up. And I probably stayed up maybe about 12 or 13 hours to complete this case, which if I didn't procrastinate and waited, I would have had time to relax, to chill. And I remember just crying, just boohoo crying. I was like, oh, my computer crashed. And then I had to go find someone because my computer crashed. It was late at night. Nobody was open. No tech support. Nobody was open. And I decided to do it late at night. Oh, how bright, right? But what happened, I learned from that, like, oh, this could have caused me major. And it wasn't that I wasn't equipped. It wasn't that I knew the case. It wasn't that I didn't know the case. It wasn't that I didn't have the interest in it. It wasn't that I didn't have the tools, the skills. And I was actually excelling that class. I was like really my professor's favorite, if I'm gonna say that. But no, it could have caused me. It could have been very detrimental. But, I would have faced embarrassment. My family didn't look for me to graduate. And all of a sudden, like, what you mean you're not graduating? And so it could have really caused me. And that's one of the things that I remember when I catch myself procrastinating, putting things off. I'd be like, oh, you remember that paper? You remember that case? You remember your healthcare law class? And it just resonated in the back of my mind. I'd be like, LaToya, you got to put some fire to you. Come on, girl. And so you might do the same. Or, you can use an example, or maybe you may not have a good story, but it should resonate. And, sometimes we have bad experiences, but we learn from it and we continue and we go on. Affirmations is really good. Just affirming yourself. Reaffirm yourself. Say positive things. Say positive affirmations to yourself. Be positive because sometimes in life, we deal with a lot of negative or toxic things. I was going to say people. Yeah, some of us have toxic people in our lives. But no, you just encourage yourself. You have to motivate and encourage yourself. You have to encourage yourself and believe in yourself. And so just speak positive things. One of the, they're probably about, I think it was maybe about a year ago, maybe 2, I posted for 60 days positive words on Facebook. And it wasn't the fact of me posting it for likes, because I think I only got like maybe 30 views, no, maybe about 30 comments, something like that. I did it because I knew that I was at a point when I didn't feel like myself. And I was like, oh, okay, you slagging. Okay, what is going on? What is your belief system? And one thing, if you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to believe in you, even in your dreams. Because if you share your dream, it's going to come across that you don't believe that you're worthy. And so no one else is going to buy into you if you don't believe in yourself, if you haven't brought into yourself or invest in yourself. If you want to invest in yourself, no one else will. And so I posted 60 days for 2 reasons. Because the affirmations that I posted, I also recited them, looked at them, so it reaffirmed me. It helped me. But secondly, to be consistent. Oh my gosh, consistency is important. Be consistent. So being consistent can also help Stop self-sabotaging yourself. When you're consistent with something, you see the movement. You see, like, okay, I'm making progress. Even though it may be small steps, that's cool. We take all the wins. We take every win that we can get. Okay? We take every win that we can get. So don't self-sabotage yourself and take, and say, oh, this is too big or it may not happen. You take every win. Every win is positive. We're going to celebrate it. So celebrate the small steps. Celebrate the small wins, because the small battles end the war. Okay? You can win. All right, everything counts. Okay, even when you think about sports, like, okay, the basketball games. Every basketball games, even the small games you think don't matter, get you to the championship, right? You just don't start playing and go automatically to the championship. You have to play multiple games. I don't know why I chose basketball, but you have to choose multiple games. You have to win. You have to play multiple games, and then that's how you get to the championship. You're not just gonna walk up on the court the first game of the season and play the championship game. Not gonna happen. So we take every win. So come on, just try some of the steps, like affirmations. Just celebrate your small wins. And another thing, you celebrate your small wins, you can actually reward yourself. Let's say, be like, okay, so I achieve, let's say if you writing a book and you may completed 3 chapters. And you was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go out to dinner with me and my girlfriends and we're gonna go out and celebrate my 3 chapters. Celebrate the small wins. Just do it. And I promise you, affirmations, come on, recite your affirmations. Talk to yourself, motivate yourself, encourage yourself. You gotta encourage yourself. Celebrate the small wins. Come on, we can do this. You can do this. Believe in yourself. And go ahead and attack it head on. Do not procrastinate. I promise you, if you try these steps, you will see a better life. You will see the change in you, and you'll be closer towards your goal. We take one day at a time to be the better version of ourselves.